Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Our current session focuses on ELT and teacher training in Pakistan. I hope and expect by the end of this session you would have some understanding of the ELT context of Pakistan and teacher training taking place in Pakistan. Well, my dear students, at the outset of the session, I would like to point out that the status of English in Pakistan and the teaching and learning of English language in Pakistani schools, these are the aspects that make the backdrop of the teacher training that is taking place in Pakistan. ELT and teacher training in Pakistan, I would like to view it by dividing it into two general parts. One, what was happening in the past, and what is the current status, that is the present. When it comes to the past, I would say there was a sheer negligence of training teachers, of training English language teachers, of training ELT teachers to teach language skills, English language skills to their students. However, with the passage of time and with the focus on English language in Pakistan and with a kind of unsaid, I would say, preference that has been attached to English language teachers in Pakistan, we find that presently more importance is being given to teacher training in Pakistan with reference to ELT. Especially, I would point out the role of Higher Education Commission with reference to ELT and with reference to ELT teacher training. Higher Education Commission has played a significant role. Today, if we look at if you just go through the website, for example, of Higher Education Commission, you would find references to a lot of trainings that have been given to the higher education teachers, the ELT teachers in higher education. There are some, I would say, simultaneous amendments or some simultaneous improvements in the curriculum as well. Functional English, teaching of language skills in English, etc. These are made compulsory courses at the introductory level in the universities. So when a student enters at this level, he or she has to take these courses to get prepared to what I would say, to get prepared to study other subjects that are being taught in English. And of course, for this purpose, a large number of, a lot of English language teachers are required who would teach English language across the board in all these universities. In order to bring qualitative improvement in English language teaching and learning, Higher Education Commission in 2004 launched first ever exclusive language-based project titled as English Language Teaching Reforms, ELTR. And I had a first-hand experience of being a part of this ELTR team. And there were very sincere efforts that were made in terms of rigorous training of teachers, in terms of curriculum design, in terms of dissemination of information, in terms of not only training these teachers, but also cascading this training to the next cadre of teachers, and thus to make it a continuous process of giving training to teachers. So a lot of effort has been put into that. This project aims at building the capacity of English language teachers in higher education sector in Pakistan for effective and substantial development, because it was realized that for effective and substantial development, all the four language skills of the students who get degrees from these higher education institutions, they should be at par. This project is the part of overall vision of Prospective Plan 2020 and pertains to human resource development in English language teaching and research in higher education. After successful phase 1, which catered 1,398 teachers of colleges and universities, the ELTR launched its phase 2 in 2010. then. So what I just want to point out is that it's not that no effort has been made. Some efforts have been made, and out of those some efforts have been successful. The initial target was of professional training of 1,400 ELT teachers through its long and short-term professional development programs. So there would be 3 months programs, there would be 2 weeks programs, there would be programs with different durations, with different objectives to train teachers for different purposes to perform better as ELT teachers. What were the objectives of these programs? To impart professional development training to English language and literature teaching faculty in higher education institutions through long and short-term training programs. And number 2, to enhance the research capacity of English faculty by providing support through research training programs. So for example, I would say action research, research that would happen in the real classroom. The data would come from the real ELT classroom. That kind of research was promoted. Another objective was to help integrate information technology with ELT by training English faculty to develop expertise in computer-assisted language learning, that is called CAL, and setting up of self-access centers, SACs, in public sector universities. So because the world is changing and because the times have changed and a lot of technology now is involved in language learning, so this was an effort actually towards updating the knowledge and the expertise of our teachers in that regard. Another objective was to train English faculty to meet the demands of ongoing assessments in semester systems by developing their expertise in designing and conducting latest testing techniques, and this was with particular reference to ELT testing techniques. To organize visits of international experts for sharing different learning and assessment methods for a suitable model for education system in Pakistan, especially with reference to ELT. Again, a lot of efforts were made in this regard. As far as the current status of ELT training in Pakistan is concerned, despite a lot of managerial and administrative changes in Higher Education Commission and in government overall, the current status of ELT training in Pakistan is that the programs are being continued, though they are overhauled or modified, but they are there and efforts are being made. I think this is a time where the teachers and the students and government and administration and all other stakeholders, they need to come together to make it a success so that the overall condition of ELT in Pakistan can be improved and teacher training of Pakistani ELT teachers can also be improved.